Let's take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's contest. We begin with the visiting Flying Squirrels of Richmond, 21-15 so far this season. They're managed by Jose Alguacil, and they have one of their top prospects in that leadoff spot. It's Elliot Ramos. Batting in the one spot, he's the designated hitter. Simon Whiteman bats two, he's over at shortstop. The three-man is Frankie Tostado over at first base, and Andres Angulo is the catcher batting fourth. Batting fifth is Vince Fernandez in left field. The right fielder is batting sixth, that's Sandro Fabian. Shane Matheny bats seventh, he's at second base. David VR is the third baseman batting eighth, and batting ninth, it's Andy Suhilio, and he will be going up against Glen Otto, the righty. 2-2 with a 4.50 ERA. He leads Somerset out onto the field. Getting ready for first pitch between the Richmond Flying Squirrels and the Somerset Patriots. Let's take a look at the defense playing behind Glen Otto for tonight's series opener. For Somerset in the outfield from left to right, we see Matt Pita make his way back into the lineup. His first start since the 4th of June. Spent some time on the injured list. Then it's Michael Beltre over in center field. Isaiah Gilliam is in right. Onto the infield, Oswaldo Cabrera mans the hot corner. It's Oswald Peraza. He's been the regular shortstop for the Patriots. He will stay there. He's not going to be moving around a whole lot. Diego Castillo is over at second base, and the big leaguer is Luke Voigt. He's at first with Donnie Sands doing the catching. For the Patriots, they have Glen Otto on the bump, and Otto, the right-hander, has been in a little bit of a skid of sorts. He's allowed 2 runs or more in each of his last 3 appearances. In his last time out against the Erie Seawolves, he took the loss, but he did go a long of 6 2/3 innings pitched, giving up 6 hits and 6 runs, just 1 walk, and 10 Ks along with that. But there was a little bit of a struggle in that one, and the Patriots went on to lose that game 8-2. That was the first game of the series against the Erie Seawolves. Otto continues to warm, and he is just about ready as we near first pitch. It's time for Mark Schwartz to take over the play-by-play. Mark?
Thank you so much, Brandon. An exciting night here at TD Bank Ballpark. We've got about half of a new team for Somerset, and we also have Luke Voigt on a rehab assignment, and we have ourselves some beautiful weather. Glen Otto has finished up his warm-up pitches, which means we are about ready for baseball. The shadows creeping along the infield. Wind blowing out to center field, 73 degrees and sunny skies. And let's start off this 6-game series. First time ever, the Patriots take on the Richmond Flying Squirrels. Otto from the stretch with nobody on base. Elliot Ramos swings at the first pitch, skies it out to right center field. Beltre couldn't find it at first, and now a collision in right center between Beltre and Gilliam. The ball lands. Ramos never stopped running, and he dives into third base head first. 1 pitch into the ball game, and the Richmond Flying Squirrels have a runner 90 feet away from home.
Michael Beltre could not find that ball initially, and Gilliam, it seemed like the whole way, kind of had a beat on it. Beltre took off to the races, and he was the one that was kind of hunched over. He's up now.
Well, Beltre, right off the bat, put his hands up in the air to say that he could not find that ball. And as the shadows are currently situated here at TD Bank Ballpark, the mound and home plate are engulfed in shadows. Center field is still highlighted by the sun. And after Beltre couldn't locate the ball at first, I guess he then located and sprinted over to his left, where Isaiah Gilliam was underneath the ball. He was ready to make the play, and Beltre never stopped running. And now it looks like Somerset Patriots manager Julio Mascara, along with Patriots athletic trainer Jimmy Downham, have come out to right center field, right along the warning track, to have a conversation with both Beltre and Gilliam. So an inauspicious start for Somerset, 1 pitch into the top of the first inning. And for Glen Otto, he's right now having a conversation with his catcher Donnie Sands. And I imagine that it's a little difficult after gearing up, throwing your warm-up pitches to throw one pitch and now to have this sort of break in the action.
Well, and that, and also probably a little bit frustrating after the last 3 games that Otto has had. You think you've got a routine fly out on one pitch, and all of a sudden now a man standing on third base, you don't have any out.
It's been ruled an E8 on Michael Beltre. And it looks like both Beltre and Gilliam will remain in this ball game after Julio Mosquera and athletic trainer Jimmy Downham are now jogging off the field. So Elliot Ramos, probably the top prospect on this Flying Squirrels team, number 3 ranked prospect in the San Francisco Giants organization. He's now off of third base, and there's nobody out. We've only seen one pitch so far in this ball game, and now that'll bring up Simon Whiteman for his first plate appearance as a Flying Squirrel. Bats from the right side, and the first pitch from Otto, a fastball that misses up and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Our umpires for today's ball game, Emil Jimenez calling balls and strikes. Over at first, it's Steven Jaczynski, and Kelvis Velez is the third base umpire. 1-0. Whiteman swings and misses at a fastball, and it's a 1-1 count. Somerset has brought their infield in with a runner at third and nobody out here in the top of the first inning. All 4 infielders toes along the infield grass. 1-1 from Otto. Fastball, called a strike, catches the outside part of the plate, now 1-2. Again, game time temperature here in Bridgewater, 73 degrees and sunny skies. An absolutely perfect night for baseball. Runner at third, nobody out, the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with the fastball, riding a little up and in. And there's 1 away here in the top of the first.
Well, we know that just about any time Glen Otto toes the rubber, we're going to see a bunch of strikeouts. He's had double-digit Ks in 3 of his last 4 outings.
Otto entering with 55 strikeouts on the season over 34 innings. It is second most entering tonight in the AA Northeast League. And our anticipation is that he'll eventually eclipse that number here tonight. Shift along the right side of the infield now as the lefty Frankie Tostado steps in. First pitch is a called strike. Somerset still has the infield in with the runner at third and 1 away, but now 3 infielders on the right side, all playing along the infield grass. It's only Oswaldo Cabrera off of third on the left side of the infield, the 0-1. Swing and a miss, challenge him with the fastball up in the zone. It's an 0-2 count.
We've even seen Redding go as far as to bring an outfielder to the infield to make it 5 guys across that grass when the infield was up.
So Otto ahead in the count, 0-2 against Tostado, a left-handed batter. The pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called. Otto with back-to-back Ks of Whiteman and Tostado, and there's 2 away in the first.
Well, and there he started him out with the breaking ball, then he gets a swing and a miss to set him up nicely. You might be thinking waste pitch, but that's not Glen Otto. He's going to come right after and attack, be real aggressive. That's what he did, placing that one on the inside corner.
So 2 down now in the top of the first inning. No score. Ramos off of third as Otto sets and the first pitch. Breaking ball that misses outside. 1 ball and no strikes as the right-handed hitting Andres Angulo at the plate.
Early on in this one, Otto has not been afraid to go to the breaking balls early in counts.
Infield plays back. Outfield straight up, the 1-0. Breaking ball tipped into the glove of Somerset catcher Donnie Sands. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ramos led off this inning with a fly ball hit to deep right center field. Patriots had a collision between Isaiah Gilliam and Michael Beltre. Both have stayed in this game, but Ramos advanced to third on the play. Now the 1-1. Swing and a miss late on the fastball. Otto not messing around here in the top of the first inning, and it's a 1-2 count with 2 down. One ball, 2 strikes. 2 out, top of the first inning, a runner at third. Otto from the stretch. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Glen Otto strikes out the side in the top of the first inning. Works around a leadoff 3-base error. And we have no score. We'll head to the bottom of the first inning. An exciting night in Bridgewater. Luke Voigt will lead off when we return on MILB TV and 1450 WCTC. Welcome back to the bottom of the first inning here at TD Bank Ballpark. You might hear some Lukes in the background as we check out the TD Bank starting lineup. That's because Luke Voigt on rehab assignment. He is leading off for Somerset this evening. Oswald Peraza hit second, Osvaldo Cabrera third. Diego Castillo, the Raritan Building Services cleanup batter of the ballgame. Donnie Sands bats fifth, Michael Beltre sixth, Isaiah Gilliam seventh, Matt Pita eighth, and Christian Perez rounds up the order. Hitting ninth on the mound for the Flying Squirrels, it's Michael Plasmeyer, the first start in a Flying Squirrels uniform.
Yeah, he was acquired by the San Francisco Giants organization in a trade with the Tampa Bay Rays. This is his debut.
First pitch to Luke Voigt, swing and a ground ball hit foul down the third base line. No balls and one strike.
Plasmeyer's not allowed a run in 15 straight innings.
That's coming off of his last 3 appearances, all as a reliever with the Double-A Montgomery Biscuits. From the windup and the 0-1. Fastball misses outside to the right-handed hitting Luke Voigt. 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, Voigt making his Somerset Patriots debut. He is officially the second New York Yankee to make a rehab assignment with the Patriots. 1-1. Big swing and a miss. A little out in front of a changeup. A ball and 2 strikes.
A little later than we anticipated. We thought we might see him on opening night at the ballpark.
Well, he's here now to open up a 6-game homestand against the Richmond Flying Squirrels. Plasmeyer from the windup, the 1-2. Fastball taken a little away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Voigt has played in 12 games at the big league level with the New York Yankees this season. He's also made 6 starts with the AAA Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders on rehab. Here's the 2-2. Fastball just misses, not by much. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Had 3 home runs and 7 RBI over his 6 games with Scranton. And now in a Somerset Patriots uniform here at TD Bank Ballpark. Plasmeyer from the windup. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Voigt drops to a knee on the follow-through, and there's 1 away here in the bottom of the first inning.
Well, we know we're going to get big swings from the Patriots right-handed hitter. And we saw one there. That pitch down in the zone went chasing, and he came up empty.
So 1 out. Nobody on, and here's another name to watch in Somerset. The first time Patriots fans see Oswald Peraza at the plate. First pitch, taken low and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Peraza, number 4 prospect in the New York Yankees organization, according to MLB Pipeline. Played in all 6 games with the Patriots last week in Erie, the 1-0. Fastball misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Peraza got off to a tremendous start to the season with High A Hudson Valley. And now is looking to establish himself at the Double-A level in Somerset. Plasmeyer from the windup, the 2-0. That one taken for a called strike on the inner half, 2-1. So this now the 7th game for Peraza. He's batting just .167 so far. He does have a home run. He's got 1 RBI as well. 2-1 from the lefty. Swung on, and this one hit in the air well out towards right field. Fabian back to the warning track. He turns around. It's off the fence and bounces back towards the infield. Peraza turning second. He's on his horse to third, and that's a stand-up triple for Oswald Peraza. Runner at third with 1 away.
Well, Sandro Fabian just kept drifting back instead of putting his head down and trying to get to a spot, and all of a sudden he looks up and there's the wall. If he had kind of hustled after that ball that just continued to carry, he probably had a good shot to make that catch. Peraza running hard the whole way.
So Peraza into third base. Now Somerset threatening in the home half of the first inning. And here's Oswaldo Cabrera with the lefty Plasmeyer from the stretch. First pitch. Cabrera takes a fastball. That called a strike on the outer half. 0-1. Cabrera batting .250 on the season. He's got 4 home runs, 11 RBI. He's been playing well ever since returning to Somerset from playing in the Olympic qualifier with Team Venezuela. 0-1. Swung on and topped foul to the backstop. No balls and 2 strikes. Had a home run and 5 doubles as a part of his 6-game series against the Erie Seawolves this past week over at UPMC Park. He's got a runner at third here with 1 away. 0-2. Swinging a ground ball towards short. That'll play to run. In front of it's Whiteman. His throw on to first in time. But scoring from third base is Oswald Peraza. And Somerset has taken a 1-0 lead here in the home half of the first.
Well, we saw the Patriots with a runner on third bring the infield up. That didn't matter because Glen Otto got 3 straight strikeouts. Here the Flying Squirrels, a little more confidence in the offense, decide to keep him back. And Cabrera gets the job done, keeps it pretty simple with the ball on the ground.
So Somerset ahead 1-0. We've got 2 out, nobody on now. In the bottom of the first inning, here's Diego Castillo. First pitch to Castillo, called a strike. 0-1. Castillo bats from the right side against the southpaw Plasmeyer. Here's the 0-1 offering. It misses up and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Oswald Peraza with the 1-out triple off the fence in right field. Scoring on the Oswaldo Cabrera ground out. Now the 1-1. Castillo swings and hits this one in the air along the infield. Shading the eyes is the shortstop Whiteman. Battling the shadows, he makes the catch. And that retires the side in the bottom of the first inning. Not before the Patriots take the lead. A run on a hit, no errors, nobody left on base. 1-0 Somerset through 1 on MILB TV and 1450 WCTC. Back at TD Bank Ballpark, top of the second inning, Alpine Business Systems is a leading provider of information systems and services. Our staff of certified network professionals deliver world-class consulting. Visit Alpine Business Systems at www.alpinebiz.com. Alpine Business Systems, the official IT provider of the Somerset Patriots. Diamond Nation, located in Flemington, New Jersey, is the premier baseball and softball facility in the Northeast and is home to the Jack Cuss Baseball and Jenny Finch Softball Academies. Visit us at diamondnation.com. We're in the top of the second inning. Mark Schwartz alongside Brandon Pelter. Already a 1-0 Somerset lead on the Oswaldo Cabrera run-scoring ground out. Glen Otto back on the mound for his second inning of work. Swinging at the first pitch and driving it high in the air and deep to right is Vince Fernandez. At the wall is Isaiah Gilliam. That is off the facade of the scoreboard. A solo home run for Vince Fernandez on the first pitch of the second inning. And we are knotted at 1 here at TD Bank Ballpark.
Well, that was a towering home run on a fastball. Otto trying to get ahead, leaving that one middle of the zone, outer third of the plate. And we've seen Otto so far in this outing try to get ahead with the breaking ball. This time he goes fastball, and Fernandez was ready for it.
Well, a lot of activity on the first pitch of both the first inning and the second inning of this ball game against Glen Otto. So 1-1's our score. Here's Sandro Fabian. And the first pitch from Otto, that one a curveball that falls in for a strike, 0-1.
And the Flying Squirrels taking some notes from the Erie Seawolves, who really attacked early against Glen Otto and saw a lot of success.
0-1 from the righty. Breaking ball, swing and a miss, 0-2. Well, in the first inning here today, Elliot Ramos flew out to right center field, but a collision between Michael Beltre and Isaiah Gilliam allowed Ramos to advance all the way over to third base. Now the 0-2 to Fabian. Swinging a soft ground ball towards the middle of the infield. To his left is Peraza. He gloves and fires on to Luke Voigt at first. And there's one away. So a 3-base error on the first pitch of the first inning. And then a solo home run for Vince Fernandez, his 6th of the season, on the first pitch of the second inning. And like you mentioned, Brandon, that was the strategy, really, for Erie the last time Otto was on the mound, where he gave up 6 runs over 6 2/3 innings.
Well, especially a guy that loves to get the strikeouts. Don't let him get there.
Well, he had 3 strikeouts in the first after allowing Ramos to reach third base with nobody out. First pitch now to Shane Matheny is fouled off to the sweet level. No balls and a strike. So a run on and 1 hit for Richmond, 1 run on 1 hit, and 1 error for Somerset. We've got 1 out, nobody on in the top of the second inning. Left-handed hitting Matheny at the plate, 0-1. Swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes after Glen Otto struck out the side in the first. Matheny, a 182 batter this season, pair of home runs, and 10 runs batted in. 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Strikeout number 4 for Glen Otto. 4 of the first 5 outs he's recorded have been with a punch-out. So Matheny sent back to the Richmond dugout down the third baseline. And there's 2 down now in the top of the second inning. It'll bring up the right-handed hitting David Villar. Just below the Mendoza line this season with 5 home runs, 16 RBI. And the first pitch from Otto, a fastball in for a called strike, 0-1. Well, Otto was victimized with that first pitch fastball in the first batter of this inning, as the 0-1 misses up and in, but still been pumping in that fastball with regularity. It's got some good juice on it. And Otto showing why he is a top 30 prospect in the New York Yankees organization. The 1-1 misses up and in. 2 balls and 1 strike. Well, this Somerset Patriots rotation now with a number of very impressive, exciting arms. Not only with Glen Otto, but with some of the recent additions to this Patriots roster. The 2-1. Swinging a ground ball hit foul. Tomorrow night starting pitcher, righty Luis Medina, who can touch triple digits with his fastball. Has some of the best stuff in the Yankees organization. Ken Waldachuk now a part of this rotation. Hayden Wesneski, all 3 called up from High A Hudson Valley. Also have Nick Green, a solid reliever from Hudson Valley. And then, or rather Nick Green from Scranton, Zach Green from Hudson Valley, the 2-2. Misses high. Zach Green, a right-handed reliever from Hudson Valley. Nick Green, right-handed starter from Scranton, spelled differently with their green.
Yes.
And then also Addison Russ added to the team as well. 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Glen Otto strikes out a pair in the second. He's got 5 strikeouts now over his first 2 innings. But the Richmond Flying Squirrels tie it up. A solo home run from Vince Fernandez has us level at 1 as we move to the home second on 1450 WCTC and MILB.TV. A1 Limousine is a proud sponsor of Somerset Patriots baseball, NJM Insurance. For Limousine, call 888-LIMO-888 or visit them online at a1limo.com. Defensive alignment quickly for the Richmond Flying Squirrels here in the bottom of the second inning. In the outfield from left to right, Fernandez, Suhilio, and Fabian along the infield. VR at third base, Whiteman the shortstop, Matheny's at second, Tostado at first, and Angulo doing the catching again with Plasmeyer on the mound. 1-1's our score. We're in the bottom of the second inning here at TD Bank Ballpark. Donnie Sands leads off, and the first pitch from Plasmeyer, a fastball in for a called strike, 0-1. Sands a right-handed batter, 3 home runs, 8 RBI on the season, the 0-1. Swings and tops one softly foul towards the backstop. No balls and 2 strikes. It'll be Sands followed by Michael Beltre and Isaiah Gilliam, 5, 6, 7 here for the Patriots in the home second. A run on a hit for both Richmond and Somerset. Patriots got a run-scoring ground out from Oswaldo Cabrera to take a brief 1-0 lead in the home first. 0-2. Misses inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Good amount of fans continuing to file in here at TD Bank Ballpark on a beautiful night. A lot of Yankee fans in attendance tonight, of course. The 1-2, a ground ball hit towards third, and it's past the diving VR into left field. A base hit for Donnie Sands, and a leadoff base runner in the second. Well, that a needed base hit there for Donnie Sands. He had really struggled over his last stretch of games in Erie. He was 0 for his last 16 from the plate before that ground ball base hit past the third baseman VR. So now Sands off of first, and here's the left-handed hitting Michael Beltre. The lone left-handed hitter in Somerset's starting lineup this evening against the southpaw in Michael Plasmeyer. Sands held on at first by Tostado. Middle infield at double play depth, and the first pitch to Beltre, a fastball for a called strike, 0-1. Well, Beltre had himself a fine end to his series in Erie. was responsible for both runs in Somerset's 2-0 shutout win on Sunday. Left-handed hitter, 0-1. Swing and a hard hit line drive towards right field. It falls in for a base hit. Sands rounding second. He's on his way to third. There won't be a throw. And the Patriots with runners on the corners, nobody out in the bottom of the second.
Well, this is really good to see because the Patriots offense against the Erie Seawolves had pretty much solely relied on the long ball. They only scored 13 runs in the 6 games of that series, but 11 of those 13 had come from home runs.
So now Sands off of third and Beltre at first. We've seen Somerset a number of times this season get very aggressive with runners on the corners and trying to steal second and potentially have the guy from third race home. They've stolen home 2 times with that exact strategy. Sands not a huge threat to take off from third base, but Beltre has 8 stolen bases. He's at first. Here's Isaiah Gilliam, and Plasmeyer will throw over to first. Beltre scurries back to the bag. Gilliam will bat from the right side of the plate here. He's a switch hitter. His only home run this season came as a right-handed batter. First pitch. Fastball taken. A called strike, 0-1. Gilliam hitting just 181 so far this season with 1 home run and 6 RBI. That lone home run, though, it was here at TD Bank Ballpark. He crushed it over both walls of advertisements out towards left center field. Another pickoff attempt to first, and Beltre back standing. Beltre has 8 stolen bases in 10 attempts. So certainly a worthwhile endeavor for Michael Plasmeyer to keep Beltre honest over at first base. Has a decent-sized lead in the 0-1. Swing and a bouncer down the third base line, foul. No balls and 2 strikes. 1-1's our score. We've got runners on the corners and nobody out in the bottom of the second inning. Michael Plasmeyer in his first start as a member of the Richmond Flying Squirrels. The 0-2. Fastball misses up and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. He was acquired in a trade by the San Francisco Giants from the Tampa Bay Rays on Saturday. Now plugged into the rotation here for Richmond, the 1-2. Swung on, and this one hit in the air well out towards center field. Playable for Suhilio. Should be deep enough as he backpedals to the warning track to make the catch. Sands tags from third. He'll score. Beltre tags from first. He gets into second. That's a sac fly and an RBI for Isaiah Gilliam, and a 2-1 Patriots lead here in the second.
Well, especially with a 2-strike count, that's a really good piece of hitting. And again, to go back to the Patriots' struggles last week, these are the kind of situational hits that they were not getting. They'd be getting into outs that really didn't get anything done. But here, not only is it deep enough for the one man to score, but Beltre able to use the wheels in advance as well.
So the Patriots leading 2-1. A run home here in the bottom of the second, and now Matt Pita back into the lineup. First pitch. Pita swings and lifts one softly foul over the screen behind home plate onto the Epstein and Ostrov suite level here at TD Bank Ballpark. Pita batting .246 with 8 runs batted in. Joined the team prior to the Hartford Yard Goat Series back in mid-May. 0-1. Swing and a hard hit line drive towards left center field. That might split the gap, and it does. Beltre turns third. He will score. Pita rounding second. A hard turn at second. He'll hold there. That's an RBI double in Matt Pita's first plate appearance back with the Patriots. And now Somerset ahead 3-1 in the second.
Well, it certainly seemed like he was ready to go. Got a good piece lining that one over the shortstop. Hit the ball fairly hard, a little bit off the end of the bat, but finding the gap and getting the job done. Welcome back, Matt Pita.
That was Pita's first plate appearance since June 3rd. And he comes through with an RBI double. Something that he has done with regularity this season, Brandon, hitting those 2 baggers. He's off of second base. 1 out, bottom of the second. Somerset leading 3-1. And now Christian Perez gets a turn at bat. First pitch. That's a fastball in for a called strike. Pita now with 8 doubles on the season. That is tied with Oswaldo Cabrera for the team lead. He's off of second. Christian Perez at the plate here. 0-1. Swung on and tipped into the glove of our Angulo. No balls and 2 strikes.
Keep in mind for the lefty Plasmeyer, he's not allowed a run in 15 straight innings, and the Patriots are hitting him fairly well. Already 4 hits through just an inning and a third.
He's ahead in the count against the right-handed hitting Perez. No balls and 2 strikes, 1 away, bottom of the second. Here's the pitch. Just misses low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Plasmeyer did make 1 relief appearance at AAA Durham back in 2019, but for the most part, he was a starting pitcher with the Charlotte Stone Crabs back in 2019. A team that is no longer a team, really. As Plasmeyer spins around and looks back towards second, the Stone Crabs, former members of the Florida State League. They were the high A affiliate of the Tampa Bay Rays, but their affiliation was cut as a part of this realignment of minor league baseball prior to the 2021 season. 1-2 to Perez is fouled off. Though Charlotte Sports Park down there in Port Charlotte, Florida, is still the spring training facility for the Tampa Bay Rays.
Well, am I incorrect in saying that I'm in the midst of a Stone Crabs alumnus?
You are not. I was down there in Charlotte in 2013, right after graduating from college.
First base, right?
Shortstop, actually. I hit leadoff.
What happened?
A lot. Pita takes off as the 1-2 popped in the air right side, and that should be 2. Underneath it is the first baseman Tostado. He'll flip it on to second base. That is a 3-6 double play. And the bottom of the second inning comes to a close, but not before the Patriots add 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and nobody is left on base. 3-1 Somerset. We're through 2 on MILB TV and 1450 WCTC. We're in the top of the 3rd inning. Luke Voigt manning first base for Somerset on rehab. If you want to follow all of the latest information with the Somerset Patriots, make sure to follow us on all social media accounts. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, and more. Follow us at SOM Patriots or at Somerset Patriots. Glen Otto back on the mound for the top of the 3rd inning. And his first pitch, a called strike on a fastball to the left-handed hitting number 9 man, Andy Suhilio. No balls and 1 strike. It'll be Suhilio followed by Ramos and Whiteman. 9-1-2. And the 0-1. Check swing on a fastball. Fouled off to the backstop. No balls and 2 strikes now. Suhilio hitting .263. Native of Dominican Republic. Glen Otto had thrown 25 pitches over his first 2 innings, striking out 5. Patriots in front 3-1 here. The 0-2. Breaking ball, a soft ground ball back towards the mound, barehanded by Otto, but he bobbles it and doesn't have a play on to first. And Suhilio reaches to start off the top of the 3rd.
Well, that's a tough play for Glen Otto to make as he finishes on the first base side, has to come off on the third base side, and he had to field that one with the bare hand perfectly to have a play.
Looks like that's been ruled an infield single for Andy Suhilio. A bit of a forgive me 3/4 swing. Finds himself with a base hit. So Suhilio off of first, and he is a threat to run. He's got 3 stolen bases in 4 attempts. He'll be held on at first by Luke Voigt, and on cue a throw over to first. 3 runs, 4 hits for the Patriots. 1 run on 2 hits for the Flying Squirrels. First meeting between these 2 teams in their respective franchise histories. First pitch to Elliot Ramos. Misses outside on a breaking ball, 0-1. Ramos attacked the first pitch he saw from Glen Otto in the first inning and hit the ball well out to right center field before a collision between Michael Beltre and Isaiah Gilliam got Ramos over to third. Otto throws over to first once again, and Suhilio dives back in safely. Flying Squirrels became a team. Their inaugural season was in 2010. They are the AA affiliate of the San Francisco Giants. 1-0. Swinging a ground ball down the third base line, just foul. Past the diving Oswaldo Cabrera, 1 ball and 1 strike. They play over at the Diamond down in Richmond, Virginia, one of the older facilities in this league, but has a seating capacity of 10,500.
They're a double-decker, right? They have
They are.
That second level behind the plate.
They've got a huge seating bowl that really just goes from right field corner to left field corner. That includes that big second deck. You could see it off of I-95 driving south. 1-1, runner goes, and this swung on and missed, and the bat goes flying down the third base line. Did he get a piece of it? Looks like they might rule that Ramos got a piece or the ball was dead. What do you got for me, Brandon?
He's out on the swing. He swung and missed, and Sands threw down to second base. Suhilio was safe over at second.
So that's strikeout number 6 for... No. Over at second now is Suhilio, and Donnie Sands just ran out to have a brief conversation with Glen Otto. So a runner at second base. Still nobody out in the top of the third as Ramos gets his bat back. Otto from the stretch checks the runner at second base. And the 1-2. Misses low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, he didn't get a piece of that ball. It also, even if he did, it went right into the mid of Sands. So it was a live ball, even though the bat certainly went twirling through the air.
I saw the bat spiraling, and I followed the bat. It's hard not to. 2-2. Misses up and in. Now 3 balls and 2 strikes. Otto has yet to walk a batter here tonight. Strikeout numbers have been up this season. The walk numbers had a couple of games with 3 walks. Last time out, walked just 1 over 6 2/3 innings. First base is open, 3-2 to Ramos. Swung on, and this one hit in the air out towards center. Beltre's first couple of steps were back. Now he comes in. He's under to make the catch. Suhilio holds at second base, and there's 1 away.
There's another 3-2 breaking ball there from Otto, and for Ramos, got it off the end of the bat and got plenty under it.
1 away now. We're in the top of the 3rd inning. Somerset leading Richmond 3-1. That'll bring up Simon Whiteman, who struck out swinging in his first plate appearance. Suhilio off of second, held closely by Diego Castillo in the first pitch from Otto, a fastball a little up in the zone, 1 ball and no strikes. Well, the strikeout numbers are nothing new for Otto. He had a 14 strikeout performance against the Hartford Yard Goats back on May 20th. From the stretch, the 1-0. This one lifted foul down the right field line. 1 ball and 1 strike. The 14 strikeouts over those 5 1/3 scoreless innings on May 20th were the most by a Double-A pitcher in a game this season. One of the reasons why he is right now actively the league leader in strikeouts. Comes set, the 1-1. Fastball right in there. That one called a strike. Now 1-2 count. I think at the beginning of the season, so much attention on this Patriots starting rotation was on the man at the top, Luis Heel. But Glen Otto has certainly turned some heads and now has a more prominent role after today's recent transactions. Runner up of second with 1 away. And the 1-2 pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called. Strikeout number 6 for Glen Otto, and there's 2 away.
Well, that was up in the zone, no argument from Whiteman. That froze him just below the letters.
So 2 down now in the top of the 3rd. Again, Somerset leading Richmond 3-1. Patriots with a run in the first on an Oswaldo Cabrera RBI ground out. And then 2 runs in the second. Isaiah Gilliam sac fly and a Matt Pita RBI double. Patriots once again put the shift on as Frankie Tostado steps in. First pitch to the left-handed bat. A curveball drops in for a strike, 0-1. Patriots had a shift on against Tostado in his first at-bat. With a runner at third, Somerset had all 4 infielders along the grass, but 3 on the right side. Now the 0-1. Misses a bit in as Tostado jackknifes out of the way. 1 ball and 1 strike. Shadows have now pretty much fully encased the playing surface here at TD Bank Ballpark. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Fooled on a breaking ball, diving towards the left-handed hitter's shoe tops. And it's a 1-2 count. Solid break there from Glen Otto. Andy Suhulio led off the inning with an infield single. He's off of second base. Now the 1-2 on its way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Another breaking ball in the dirt, blocked by Sands, applies the tag on the backside of Tostado, and that ends the top of the 3rd inning. Now 7 strikeouts over 3 innings for Glen Otto. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner is left on base. 3-1 Patriots will head to the home 3rd on 1450 WCTC and MILB.TV. NJM Insurance Group knocks it out of the park. For over 100 years, NJM has been committed to its customers, bringing safety-focused insurance and customer satisfaction to millions of drivers, homeowners, renters, and business owners. Get your quote at njm.com. Looking for a new or used car? There's no better place than the Flemington Car and Truck Country family of brands, located on routes 202 and 31 in Flemington, or at flemington.com. There you'll find a family-centered organization ready to take care of all of your automotive needs, as they've done since 1976. The man of the hour, Luke Voigt, steps into the right-handed batter's box here at TD Bank Ballpark on a beautiful Tuesday evening. This will be his 2nd plate appearance. He struck out swinging to lead off the bottom of the first. First pitch taken low from the southpaw Michael Plessmeyer. 1 ball and no strikes. Plessmeyer at 33 pitches over his first 2 frames. From the windup and the 1-0. Fastball misses up and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Patriots have 3 runs on 4 hits against Plessmeyer over his first 2 innings with the Richmond Flying Squirrels. From the windup, now the 2-0 to Voigt. This one swung on and hit well. Out towards right and deep. Fabian to the warning track. He's at the wall, and he makes the catch right in front of the Hidden Hollow Acres billboard. Nearly a long home run for Luke Voigt. Instead, it's a long fly out, and there's 1 away.
I feel like for Fabian over there and right, every ball he gets looks like a bit of an adventure. Now, he just kind of moseyed on over to that one once he knew he was tracking it down, but even still, he had to take his last 3 steps kind of leaning back toward the wall.
Now Oswald Peraza, first pitch. Swings and bounces one to the backstop. No balls and a strike. So Luke Voigt 0 for 2 so far today in a rehab assignment. Oswald Peraza, however, celebrating his 21st birthday tonight, had a triple in his first plate appearance. Hit it off the wall in right field and raced all the way around to third base. 0-1 from Plessmeyer. Misses up and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Peraza later scored in the bottom of the first inning on an Oswaldo Cabrera RBI ground down, providing the first run of tonight's ballgame. Now the 1-1 from the lefty. Swing and a hard hit line drive up the middle into center field. And Peraza 2 for 2, the birthday boy, aboard with 1 away here in the home 3rd.
Well, it was definitely a little bit of an adjustment on the road for Peraza when he joined the Patriots. I believe he just went 4 for 24 with a homer against Erie, but it's been a pretty good start here at TD Bank Ballpark, and you figure if he can really settle in, he'll be a real good leadoff hitter for the Patriots.
Oh, he hit leadoff each game in Erie. Not batting leadoff tonight with Luke Voigt on rehab. First pitch, Plessmeyer will throw over to first base. Peraza has only attempted one stolen base as a member of the Patriots so far. He was thrown out a couple of nights ago over in Erie. First one now to Oswaldo Cabrera, misses low and in. 1 ball and no strikes.
I think if Peraza gets going, that can be a real important piece to this offense because it's the first time this season they've truly had a leadoff hitter. That Estevan Florial just trying to get him at bats. Oswaldo Cabrera has been toward the top, but
1-0. Muscled in the air along the infield, right towards the second base bag. It's Matheny underneath it. He makes the catch. Holding at first is Peraza, and there's 2 away.
But I can really see Peraza, the kind of guy that gets on base, causes some trouble, stealing bases, also pushes counts at the plate.
He was 16 for 17 in stolen base attempts with High A Hudson Valley to begin the season. He's over at first now with 2 down. Home half of the third. Somerset leading 3-1. And now Diego Castillo popped out to short in his first at bat. He's 0 for 1 today. Blessmeyer from the stretch, first pitch. Castillo swings and pops it up. First base side, foul ground and out of play. A nice catch made by the fan, a couple of rows down, right behind the Patriots dugout. And it's an 0-1 count. That'll always draw a nice ovation from the fans in attendance. Everyone likes to see a good play defensively.
Oh, yeah.
0-1. Misses upstairs. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Especially, off the field, whether it be in the stands or in the booth, whatever it is. Good play always draws.
You get some people that can hold the beer in one hand and make the catch with the other, or hold the baby in one hand.
That's what I was going to say. There's a mother a couple days ago in the Bigs.
Throw over to first.
Forget where it was, but baby in the left hand played the bounce perfectly too, because it bounced behind her and she turned around and snagged it.
Runner at first, 2 away. Now the 1-1 offering. Swing and a hard hit line drive deep in the air towards left center. Suhilio to the warning track, and there it goes! Diego Castillo with home run number 6 here in the 2021 season. A 2-run shot over the left center field fence in the home third, and the Patriots now lead 5-1.
Well, I think that was a no-doubter, Mark. That was drilled off the bat from Castillo. Suhilio had no shot to get to that one, and the long ball continues to get the job done here for Somerset.
So a 2-out, 2-run shot from Diego Castillo has Somerset ahead 5-1 now in the bottom of the third inning. Here's Donnie Sands, and the first pitch from Plessmeyer misses outside, 1-0. 5 runs, 6 hits for Somerset. 1 run, 2 hits for Richmond. Sands had a base hit in his first at bat, 1-0. Swing and a miss on a fastball. 1 ball and 1 strike. So Somerset has struck for at least a run in each of the first 3 innings here tonight in game 1 of this 6-game set against Richmond. Seems to be that they're pretty happy to be home. The 1-1. Sands takes a called strike. 1-2. Patriots won 2 games on the road against Erie, but most runs they scored in a game was 5. They scored 2 runs in 4 games against Erie, and they were shut out in another one, the 1-2. Swing and a bouncer over towards short. Charging in is Whiteman. He gloves on the run, throws on to first in time. And that ends the bottom of this third inning. For the Patriots, 2 more runs. It's a Diego Castillo 2-out, 2-run shot. And the Patriots now lead 5-1. We move to the top of the 4th inning next on MILB TV and 1450 WCTC. Welcome back to TD Bank Ballpark. Mark Schwartz alongside Brandon Pelter. Diego Castillo with a 2-run home run in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Castillo's been such an important part of this team so far this season. Now with 6 long balls, 16 RBI, on-base percentage of .368. Been consistently hitting in the middle of this Patriots lineup, and he has opened up this game just a bit more for Somerset. 5-1 Patriots lead. Glen Otto on the mound, and here's Brandon Pelter.
Thank you very much, Mark. The Patriots ahead by 4 as we start out the 4th. 5-1 lead, and it's the 4-man Andres Angulo to get it started against the righty Glen Otto. His 4th frame of work, working from the stretch. And the first pitch, he starts him with a breaking ball that misses upstairs. Otto, to this point, 3 innings pitched. He's allowed 2 hits, just 1 run. That was a Vince Fernandez leadoff homer in the 2nd. 1-0. Falls low. No walks for Glenn. 7 Ks. He notched 14 strikeouts, a new career high, against the Hartford Yard Goats a couple weeks ago. 2-0. Is a fastball that misses away. That was across just 5 1/3 innings of work. You'd think he's got a little longer leash. 3-0. He walked him on 4 pitches. That's the first walk of the contest from Otto. And a leadoff base runner for the Flying Squirrels.
A little uncharacteristic there from Otto, and a bit more of a lead now with that 5-1 advantage, but you really don't want to take your foot off the gas pedal, and walks is one of the easiest ways to allow a team to slowly get back into it.
Angulo does have just 1 stolen base this season. He's over at first for Vince Fernandez, who went yard. The very first pitch he saw, the lefty powered it over the wall and right. The pitch. It's a breaking ball, cued foul back and right. Patriots 5 runs on 6 hits. They made an error. That was on the very first play of the ball game. Michael Beltre ran into Isaiah Gilliam out in right center. For the Flying Squirrels, a run on 2 hits. Otto, the right-hander, sets and now throws over to first. Nothing doing with Angulo. Big American flag out in center field, waves out over the wall. The Patriots infield now shifts, placing 3 on the right side of the infield against the lefty. 0-1. Fernandez shows bunt. He offered but missed. It's 0-2.
Interesting, there's a lot of space on that left side of the infield, as you mentioned, Brandon, so I wouldn't think this is a situation to sacrifice. I mean, Vince Fernandez already has a home run today. That might be trying to bunt for a base hit.
Now he's in an 0-2 holdo with Angulo off of first. Otto sets, and the righty kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Fernandez late on the fastball. Now 8 Ks for Glen Otto.
Well, it's one of those situations where, you offer at the bunt and you take away a strike for yourself if you're not able to connect. And then Otto, who's been just firing fastballs, he's been throwing them for the most part where he wants them to be, able to take advantage of that 0-2 count and set down Fernandez.
Now it's Sandro Fabian batting from the right side. Runner off of first in the pitch. A fastball tossed down to first behind the runner, but Angulo back on his feet. Donnie Sands loves that throw down to first base. The 1-0. Fouled over the net behind the plate, a ball and a strike. For Fabian in 2019 was with the Giants in the Arizona League, and then played in High A with San Jose. Hit .287 in 44 games with San Jose. 1-1. Breaking ball skied in the infield right side. Voit over in foul ground. Make the catch for the second out.
Second baseman, number 9, Shane Matheny.
So with 2 away, it's now Shane Matheny, the 7-man. Struck out swinging his first at-bat. He bats from the left side. Andres Angulo worked a 4-pitch walk to start the inning. Nothing doing since, though. In his 5-1 game, the Patriots lead the Flying Squirrels, and the first pitch is a breaking ball that clips the outside corner. Glen Otto has double-digit strikeouts in 3 of his last 4. He's got 8 strikeouts so far tonight. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. It was that fastball, and now Matheny in an 0-2 hole. With a 2-strike count, the Patriots place 3 on the right side of the infield. Oswaldo Cabrera, the third baseman, essentially plays short. Here's the 0-2. And misses up, a ball and 2 strikes. Otto, the righty, set to the belt. Runner off of first in the 1-2 pitch. In at the shoot tops, 2-2 on Matheny. Patriots scored a run in the first, then 2 in the second, and 2 more in the third. The Flying Squirrels got a run in the top of the second frame. Now the 2-2. Fastball misses away, and the count runs full. So Angulo will be on the move on the pitch with a 3-2 count with 2 away in the top of the 4th frame. The righty sets, first base side of the rubber. Here it is. Fastball just misses in. Ball 4. Matheny works a 2-out walk.
Third baseman, number 15, David VR.
So now it's 2 on. The inning continues, and David VR, the 8-man, is up. Patriots are coming off of a tough road trip. They lost 4 of 6 against the Erie Seawolves. Pitching really wasn't the problem. The offense only scored more than 2 runs in 1 of those 6 games. The first pitch home. Breaking ball falls away. 1-0. Through the first 3 frames, Otto had allowed a run on just 2 hits. 1-0. VR skies this one to deep center field. Beltre back to the warning track. Now a few steps in, he's got a beat on it, and he makes the catch. Otto works out of a little bit of a jam in the top of the 4th. No runs, no hits, there were no errors, and 2 left on base. We're through 3.5, and the Patriots maintain a 5-1 lead on MILB TV at 1450 WCTC. Ton of baseball left this season, and if you're looking for tickets, we got plenty of those as well. You can find tickets for all games online at somersetpatriots.com. And we've got some great things coming up this weekend. Fireworks on Friday and Saturday night, then Father's Day on Sunday. It should be a great weekend here at the ballpark.
Yeah, I mean, what more can you ask for? School's finishing up here in New Jersey. Back-to-back fireworks shows, free T-shirts on Saturday as well. Luke Voigt rehab appearance. Father's Day. Perfect weekend.
5-1 the lead, Somerset over Richmond. First pitch to Michael Beltre, fouls it back. Still Michael Plessmeyer on the bumps. Gotten roughed up quite a bit through 3 innings. Has given up 5 runs on 6 hits, just 1 strikeout. That was to the first batter he saw of the contest, Luke Voigt. Michael Beltre is first at bat tonight, singled to right, scored a run. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball slides to the outside corner. A called strike. It's 0-2.
There's been some really promising signs from Beltre. He had the base hit in his first at bat, but promising signs in Erie as well.
0-2. Spoils it into the seats.
He had a 3-walk performance earlier in the series against Erie. That was on the 11th. The day after that, he went 2 for 2 from the plate with a walk as well.
Plessmeyer winds and the lefty deals. Fastball called strike 3 at the knees on the outer third. Beltre down looking for the first out in the 4th.
So what we've talked about with Beltre a lot is making sure that swing decision is there. and trying to find the right pitches to attack. And you have to walk that line. You want him to still be aggressive enough where he could show off that natural power while at the same time not swing at bad pitches. So this is all a part of the learning curve for Beltre to be able to maximize what he's able to do at the plate.
Now it's Isaiah Gilliam batting from the right side. Drove in a run with a sac fly his first time up tonight. And the first pitch tails away. That fastball to Beltre, down in the zone, maybe just barely clipped the knees, but regardless, got the call from Emil Jimenez. 1-0. Swung on and lofted and a play, ball and a strike.
I mean, we've seen some hard hit balls from Michael Beltre that have been some of the hardest hit balls we've seen all season. And it's just about, finding that right balance between aggressiveness and not being careless.
1-1. Misses outside.
I mean, how many times, Brandon, at the beginning of a ball game this season when Beltre was still batting leadoff, where he'd jump all over like a hanging breaking ball and surprise some pitchers. But we'd also see weak swings where he'd chase one in the dirt.
The 2-1. Misses away, and it's 3 balls and a strike on Gilliam.
And, it's similar struggles that we've seen from Dermis Garcia, who's not in the lineup today. It's just about finding those right pitches to attack, but you don't want to lose the aggressiveness that makes you such a dangerous batter at the plate.
The 3-1 from Plasmeyer. Scorched out of play. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Gilliam now with 1 away in the 4th. It's a 5-1 contest.
And even to a certain extent, the same could be said for Isaiah Gilliam. Like, we see some really good-looking swings from Gilliam. But, he's been able to connect sometimes. He hasn't been able to connect on others. And it's just, once again, about finding that right balance.
Plasmeyer, the lefty, winds, and the 3-2. Ripped through the hole on the right side. It's a line drive single for Isaiah Gilliam with 1 away in the 4th.
Oh, that time Gilliam not trying to do too much. And, when we've seen him strike out, it's sometimes been on longer swings. But that time with a 2-strike count, just choking up a little bit on the bat and feeling perfectly fine to shoot it the other way to get aboard.
Matt Pita now up, doubled in a run in his first at-bat since June 4th. Spent some time on the injured list. He got hit in the wrist against the Reading Fightin' Phils. And before any pitch to him, Andres Angulo, the catcher, meets his battery mate, Michael Plasmeyer, halfway. We'll walk him back to the base of the mound.
Well, there was a couple of times when, Pita was still in the lineup back in late May, early June. Brandon, we would talk so much about production at the bottom of this Patriots lineup where Pita was a big-time player. Polensky was contributing. Oliver Dunn, who's no longer with the team, was contributing as well. And it's nice to see Pita back in the lineup here.
Plasmeyer, the lefty from the stretch, sets at the chest, now throws over. Gilliam only had about a 2-step lead, was back in easily.
And Pita wasn't an everyday player for this team at the beginning of the season. I believe he was the last position player to get in the lineup for Somerset.
Yeah, that's right. The first pitch. Called the strike on the outside corner. Now Pita finds himself maintaining that spot in the bottom of the order when he's been healthy. And he's also collecting a ton of doubles for the Patriots. Another throw over, nothing doing with Gilliam.
Well, with Pita and, really this whole Patriots team, the question now with all these changes is how does the playing time shake out? Now, there's an opportunity in this lineup specifically in left field, whether it's Pita or Aaron Polensky, really.
0-1. This is in, a ball and a strike. Pita scoots out of the way.
Those two tend to split time when healthy in left field. On the Patriots bench tonight, you have Aaron Polensky. You also have Lopez, the catcher, Illig, a catcher, Garcia, a first baseman, and Burt, really an infielder as well.
1-1. Fouled back. It's a ball and 2 strikes on Pita. Well, the Patriots bench is the biggest that it has been in quite a while, with 5 players available. Now, that's certainly in part due to Luke Voigt being in Somerset, and we'll expect to see plenty of him over the next week. Ball and 2 strikes on Pita. Runner at first, 1 away. The pitch. is a looper out towards shallow left field. It's Whiteman, the shortstop, who backpedals and makes the catch for the second out.
Yeah, just didn't quite get all of that one, but, you know, Pita's double back in the second inning was out to left center, so he's squaring up these pitches pretty well for Plasmeyer.
And with 2 away, it'll be Christian Perez, the 9-man into the right side. Was doubled off. Pita was trying to steal third. Perez popped it up on the right side, and the Flying Squirrels turned 2. The first pitch misses in. Perez jackknifes out of the way. Patriots have scored a runner more in each of the first 3 frames, looking to do so here in the 4th. They're up 5-1. First game of 6 against the Richmond Flying Squirrels. Michael Isaiah Gilliam singled to right. He gets the lead off of first, and the 1-0 misses inside. It's 2-0.
Perez, a player, when we talk about playing time, not as much playing time available now along the infield for Somerset, with Oswald Peraza here, who's likely going to play as much as he can handle. You have Diego Castillo and Oswaldo Cabrera, who have both been everyday players as well.
2-0 rather, on a line and a diving stop by VR. To his right toward the line, he makes the catch and robs Christian Perez of extra bases, maybe an RBI as well. Well, the 4th comes to a close on a web gem from VR at the hot corner. Still a 5-1 lead though for Somerset. Through 4, you're listening to Patriots Baseball on MILB TV and 1450 WCTC. 5-1 ball game between Somerset and Richmond. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Plenty of action that presented by Toyota World. Redden fighting Phils in a shootout with the Harrisburg Senators. That's an 8-7 ball game. In the top of the 6th, Erie and Altoona are tied at 1 in the top of the 5th frame, and checking in on some of those top prospects from the Seawolves. The first pitch is belted high in the air and deep to left off the bat of Suhilio. Pita gives chase. He looks up, and that's off the base of the wall. Suhilio around first. Cruz is into second. It's a stand-up double for the 9-man to get us started in the 5th.
That ball sounded really good off the bat. It was a little low in the zone, and he kind of just sliced it the other way. Fortunately for Somerset, the left field corner is only 317, but it forms a pretty hard diagonal right to the 22 west side and straightaway left. And where it gets a little deeper, that's exactly where Suhilio hit that ball. Just stayed in the field of play. Now Suhilio over at second.
Now it's Elliot Ramos with a runner at second base. Otto will work from the stretch. Just the 3rd hit for the Flying Squirrels. Righty delivers. Ramos fouls it back and right, a first pitch breaking ball. Back to that Erie Altoona game. The trio of prospects and Riley Green, Spencer Torkelson, and Dylan Dingler combined 1 for 6. They're going against Ronzi Contreras, one of the best pitchers in the league. It's only allowed 2 hits. Runner off of second. Otto peaks, now the 0-1. Fastball spotted on the outside corner. It's 0-2.
Contreras, if not for a Jamison Tyone trade during the offseason, would be playing right now in AA Somerset.
That's almost hard to imagine with how good the pitching staff has been. Otto ready. Now he kicks and fires the 0-2. Breaking ball trails away.
I mean, can you imagine Contreras along with Luis Heel, Glen Otto, Crook, Junk, first 5 times through the rotation? My goodness.
Unbelievable. The Patriots seems like they've kind of thrown J.P. Sears into a potential 6th spot. Not sure if we'll see that this week or not. Ball and 2 strikes on Ramos, the pitch. In the dirt, Sands keeps it in front, though, and the runner holds at second.
Well, right now, the probable pitchers for Somerset for the week does not include J.P. Sears. And, you know, he's been pretty strong as a starting pitcher for Somerset since being plugged into a 6-man rotation for a moment. But right now, it looks like he's ticketed to be back in the bullpen.
2 balls and 2 strikes, the pitch. Called strike 3, a fastball on the inside corner. Ramos down looking, and there's 1 away.
just put that ball exactly where he wanted. Knee high, inside corner, a really tough pitch for Ramos to hit. So he took it, and that's strikeout number 9 now for Otto. One away from his 4th double-digit strikeout performance of the season.
Now it's Simon Whiteman, runner at second, one away in the 5th, a 5-1 lead for the Patriots. So Helio the lead in the pitch. Is tagged high in the air and deep to left. Beltre is back at the wall. He leaps and he hauls it in. Oh, what a play by Michael Beltre on his horse. Shows off the athleticism and a big second out.
Beltre caught that ball at full speed, running on the fly. I'm not sure if he actually robbed a home run. I don't believe he did. He was shy of the fence, but still, that is not an easy play for Beltre to make. He spotted the wall. He knew how much space he had, and right in front of the fence, leaping to rob an extra base hit.
So with 2 away now, it's Frankie Tostado. Open stance from the left side. Runner at second. The Flying Squirrels down 4 in the pitch. Ripped on one hop over to Castillo. Backhands at second. A soft throw over to first, and the side is retired. Some sturdy defense behind Glen Otto in the 5th. He works around a leadoff double through 4.5. It's a 5-1 lead for the Patriots over the Flying Squirrels on MILB TV and 1450 WCTC. Shopping for a new car? Score great deals across the all-star lineup at your local Ford stores. Proud sponsor of Somerset Patriots baseball. For current offers, visit buyfordnow.com. HealthQuest, the top 100 health and fitness club in the nation, is right here in our community, conveniently located on Route 31 in Flemington and open 7 days a week. HealthQuest proudly serves all of Central New Jersey. Visit them today and start your journey to becoming HQ Fit. Bottom of the 5th at TD Bank Ballpark. It's a 5-1 ball game. The Patriots in front of the Flying Squirrels, and the big leaguer Luke Voigt gets it started. He's 0 for 2 so far tonight. A strikeout and a fly out to deep right. Still facing the lefty Michael Plessmeyer in the pitch. Voigt lifts it right side. It'll reach the seats.
Oh, when Voigt's at the plate, the fans in attendance want to see one thing, and that's a home run. And he nearly hit a home run in his last at-bat, flew out to the warning track down the right field line.
Pretty good crowd on hand to see him. The wind in the 0-1. Misses away a ball and a strike, especially for a Tuesday night. Feels more like a Thursday, Friday crowd. Been pretty loud.
Well, I think we're going to be seeing a lot of Yankee fans throughout the week here.
The 1-1. Voigt hits it on a line, but right at Whiteman, the shortstop. Took a step, maybe 2 to his right, but he hauls in the hard hit liner for the first out.
Well, hit the ball hard, but didn't get too much lift on that one.
For Plessmeyer, through 4 1/3, he's gotten roughed up a bit. 5 runs on 7 hits after striking out Voigt to start the ball game. Only has collected 1 other. Now it's Oswald Peraza. First pitch, he swings and misses. Little stretching down the left field line in the Flying Squirrels bullpen. No action yet for Plessmeyer. This is his debut in the Giants organization. 0-1. Hit in the air down the right field line. Fabian gives it a look, but lets that sail into the Patriots pen. Plessmeyer acquired in a trade on just the 11th. So late last week. And now joins the team here. Up 0-2 on Peraza, the pitch. Breaking ball tails in.
Oh, good eye there from Peraza. That ball did not miss by much. Started over the plate and then worked its way in against the right-handed hitter.
Ball and 2 strikes, 1 away in the 5th. The wind and the deal. Fouled back. The Patriots 5 runs on 7 hits. They made an error. The Flying Squirrels a run on 3 hits. Somerset scored a run in the first, 2 in the second, 2 more in the third. Slight breeze out towards center. The 1-2. Hit in the air right side. That'll reach the seats as well.
Well, we've got ourselves a beautiful night, a nice sunset here, Brandon. Just that light sort of cotton candy pinkish hue behind the center field fence. The lights are on. It's not too hot. Low 70s, a little bit of a breeze. Just perfect weather.
Another 1-2. In the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Peraza. Set a nice night for Somerset in his TD Bank Ballpark debut. 2 for 2. He scored a pair of runs as well. This also happens to be his 21st birthday. 2-2. Chopped foul left side.
You know, the great thing about this weather, Brandon, is it's going to extend this entire week. Should have beautiful weather for a week's worth of action here against Richmond with Luke Voigt, fireworks. Tickets available at somersetpatriots.com.
2-2. Hard hit into left field. That dunks in for a base knock. Oswald Peraza reaches for the 3rd time tonight.
Well, he has had a really promising day at the plate. Every ball that he has hit has been right on the screws. The triple off the right field fence in the 1st, the line drive to center field in the 3rd, and now hard hit line drive over to left field in the 5th. He has that kind of ability to really square up pitches. He's been working on his lift, his launch angle to hit the ball for a little bit more power. We'll see how that works moving forward.
It was on the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Now it's Oswaldo Cabrera slapping one down the right field line on the 1st pitch, but that's foul into the corner. The Patriots are ahead by 4 with 1 away in the bottom of the 5th as Speedy Peraza stands over at first base. Top 10 Yankees prospect. Plasmeyer, the lefty from the stretch in the 0-1. Clips the inside corner. 0-2 on Oswaldo Cabrera. This is the first 3-hit game of the season for Peraza. And now that's 3 straight multi-hit games for him as well with Somerset. The 0-2 is hit high in the air and deep to right. Fabian toward the track, lining out up at the wall. He leaps and it's over his head and off the wall. Cabrera over to second. Peraza the hold at 3rd. He had to wait and see if that ball would drop in, but the Patriots continue to hit Michael Plasmeyer hard.
That ball was middle, and Cabrera just shot it the other way with some strength. It's the 2nd time we've seen Fabian really struggle. I mean, this is the 1st time he's played at TD Bank Ballpark. Doesn't seem like he's quite aware of how much space he has near the warning track in straightaway right field, because he's struggled now on a couple of balls that have hit off against the fence. Heads up base running by Peraza. He had to hold before second base because that was a play that Fabian could have made, and now Somerset threatening with runners at 2nd and 3rd.
And that brings up Diego Castillo. Castillo saw some time on the injured list for the Patriots. But since he's come back, and especially in the month of June, he's seen a ton of success, hitting .341 with 4 home runs, make it 5 home runs with his 2-run shot in the 3rd, the 1st pitch. Busts him inside, it's 1-0. Somerset with 2 in scoring position, just out in the 5th. They're ahead by 4. And looking to get a win streak started after they dropped 4 of 6 against the Erie Seawolves. Now a righty warming for the Flying Squirrels in their bullpen. Plasmeyer, the lefty, set to the chest. 3rd base side of the rubber. He kicks and fires the 1-0. It's lifted, a blooper down the right field line. That's down for a base hit. Peraza scores with ease. Cabrera as well. Now Castillo towards second. He is out at second base, trying to stretch a bloop single into 2, but he drives in a pair to make it a 7-1 game in the 5th.
The Richmond Flying Squirrels had the infield drawn in just enough for Castillo to muscle it over the first baseman Tostado, and it rolled down the right field line. We like to see the aggressiveness, and Castillo nearly with an acrobatic slide into second base, but 2 runs were able to score on the play. That's going to chase Plasmeyer from this ball game. And it continues a strong night for Castilla. Now 4 runs batted in.
A pitching change in the 5th. Plasmeyer is done. The Patriots are ahead 7-1. We step aside for the change on MILB TV and 1450 WCTC. In uncertain times, you need someone who has your back. That's why Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey makes sure their health plans have all the benefits you need, telemedicine, mental health services, and more, because everyone should feel like someone has their back. Ideacom is now offering businesses free phones with qualifying systems. Ideacom has the experience to provide a solution that's right for your business. Get the guys from Ideacom on your team today by visiting their website at ideacom-nj.com. Well, the Flying Squirrels make the call to the pen with 2 away in the 5th, a 7-1 lead for Somerset, and they call on a righty. It's Matt Seelinger.
It's been an impressive season for the righty. He's 1-0 with a 1.88 ERA, 23 strikeouts over 14 and third innings across 11 appearances. Seelinger has struck out 11 of 33 total batters he's faced in his last 5 appearances. So this is somebody who has brought a lot of stability to this Richmond Flying Squirrels bullpen, a bullpen that overall has played quite well so far this season.
Yeah, they're looking to get back in check here after Michael Plasmeyer allows 7 runs on 10 hits across 4 2/3. There are 2 out in the 5th, nobody on, and now it's Donnie Sands who steps in for this righty-righty matchup. The pitch misses away. Real over-the-top delivery from Seelinger, almost a little robotic in his delivery. Works from the stretch up here home. And the righty on the first base side of the rubber sets at the chest. Now he kicks in the 1-0. He's lifted over the net behind the plate. It's 1-1. That fastball is some real giddy up on.
Well, it certainly does. It's one of the reasons why he's had so much success this season. It's interesting. He comes in relief of Michael Plasmeyer. 2 things that, well, rather one thing that both Plasmeyer and Seelinger have in common. They were both acquired from the Tampa Bay Rays in a trade with the San Francisco Giants. Seelinger was acquired in a trade back in 2019 from Tampa Bay in exchange for catcher Eric Kratz.
Donnie Sands got a little more pine tar for the bat. Now he pinwheels it the right side. A 1-1 count. Seelinger sets in the pitch. Misses inside and skips off the catcher to the backstop. 2 balls in his strike. Well, we have baseball bingo going on if you're at the ballpark. Open up the Patriots app. You can click on the bingo tab in the bottom left and get started. 2-1. This is low and it's 3 balls and a strike. You don't even really need to check things off yourself. The game master, as different events happen in the game, will put it there and automatically populates for you. Mark, I don't know about you, but I'm 2 moves away from bingo 2 different ways. The 3-1. He's hit hard and deep in the air to left center. Suhilio on his horse. He looks up and that ball is gone. Donnie Sands, a solo shot in the 5th, puts Somerset ahead 8-1.
A no-doubter from Donnie Sands. Looked a little similar to Diego Castillo's home run from a couple of innings ago. Just off the bat, that perfect trajectory, a hard-hit line drive that carried out for Sands his 4th home run of the season. And after he struggled over his last 4 games in Erie, he has come back home with authority. Now 2 for 3 today with that home run.
There were any doubts about this Patriots offense. They're doing their best to quell them here tonight. Now Michael Beltre takes the first pitch low. Somerset, and keep in mind, we're in the bottom of the 5th inning. They have 8 runs on 11 hits. 5 of the 11 hits are for extra bases. The 1-0 home. A fastball strike. It's 1-1.
For as good as Seelinger has been this season, Brandon, the 3 runs that he's allowed this year have come on home runs. Those are the only runs that he's allowed entering this ball game.
Righty sets. Here's the 1-1. skied left side. It's to shallow left with the third baseman VR back, and that ball gets past everybody. VR was drifting back the third baseman, so Whiteman, the shortstop, went to cover the bag at third, and Vince Fernandez was nowhere to be found. That drops in. It's going to be a hit.
Yeah, looking at the replay here, the shortstop, Whiteman, he thought that the third baseman, VR, was going to handle it, so he vacated the place where that ball ultimately landed. He ran over to third base, and the ball landed about 10-15 feet to the left of VR, and the left fielder, Fernandez, didn't come in as well. I mean, that ball, it wasn't even like it was even close to VR. It just found a big patch of green out in shallow left center.
Now it's Isaiah Gilliam up, batting from the left side with Beltre off first in the pitch. Misses low. Boy, another blunder here from the Flying Squirrels. It doesn't go down officially as an error because nobody was near that ball, but certainly a miscue. The 1-0 is hard hit down the right field line. That's a fair ball and towards the corner. Gilliam is chugging around first. He's into second. Beltre, a late holdover at third, and he has to scamper back. He gets there behind the throw. Isaiah Gilliam, a two-out double, and two are in scoring position for Somerset.
Oh, it's been a really strong game offensively for Gilliam. He had the sac fly to deep center field on a two-strike count back in the second inning. His last time up as a right-handed batter in the fourth, shot it the other way to right. This time in the fifth, he pulls it, hard hit, down the right field line into second base with a double. Promising night all around for these Patriots bats, but really good to see some production out of Gilliam tonight.
Two in scoring position, two away in the fifth for Matt Pita now. The first pitch misses in, 1-0. Pita doubled in a run back in the second. He also popped out to short. Nips the outside corner, a called strike.
That's 6 straight Patriots batters that have recorded a hit, Brandon. It ties the most hits that Somerset has had in an inning this season. Last time they had 6 was in the first inning on May 29th, game 2 of a doubleheader against New Hampshire.
Quick mound meeting between Matt Seelinger and Andres Angulo. And I know you can't, it's hard to do this, but Diego Castillo, who reached on a single, tried to stretch it into two, and he got thrown out. So if he's not out, there's only one out in the frame with 6 Patriots hits. Regardless, though, 2 in scoring position, 2 away in the fifth, and a 1-1 count on Matt Pita. Seelinger, the righty, sets first base side of the rubber, now kicks and fires. A check swing and a ball in the dirt. He went around. That coming from Steven Jaczynski, the first base umpire on appeal.
Close.
Pretty close.
That was close.
Could go either way. Flying Squirrels a strike away from getting out of this brutal fifth frame. Two in scoring position for Somerset, the 1-2. Fouled straight back.
It's been a tough inning for Richmond, but I don't know. It feels like there's been more runs than just three.
Just 3, right? I was just thinking the same thing as I looked down at my book.
And an opportunity certainly for a lot more. I mean, if the game wasn't already broken open, a base hit here for Pita could, go a long way.
He's in a 1-2 hole, though. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him over a breaking ball that finished down. The inning is over, but not before the Patriots tack on 3 more, tying a season high with 6 hits. There were no errors, and 2 left on base. We're through 5, and it's an 8-1 lead for the Patriots on MILB TV and 1450 WCTC. It's an 8-1 ball game. The Patriots putting the pedal to the metal. 8 runs on 13 hits they made there for the Flying Squirrels of Richmond. A run on 3 hits. And they are facing Glen Otto still into his 6th inning of work through 5 for Otto, just a run on 3 hits. 2 walks, 9 Ks. Andres Angulo gets it started in the top of the 6th frame. Otto from the stretch of the pitch. He's tagged high in the air behind the plate. Cabrera giving chase. Sands takes off the mask. He can't find the ball, but fortunately that's into the seats. He couldn't find it at all in the lights and actually put his glove over his head. Instead of foul ball strike. So it's 0-1 on Angulo, who struck out. He also walked in the 4th. That was probably the most, the worst decision, I guess, or toughest instance that Otto has been in tonight. He walked 2 to have runners on 1st and 2nd. The 0-1 waved at and missed through a breaking ball. Otto had walked Angulo to start the inning, then got a strikeout and a pop out before walking another. There were 2 on with 2 out, and he worked out of the jam. No balls and 2 strikes. He's ahead. Otto deals. Swing and a miss. He got him with a breaking ball. 10 strikeouts now for Glen Otto.
Left fielder Vince Fernandez.
That's the 4th time this season that Otto has struck out 10 or more. And the 4th time in his last 5 outings. Now he'll face Vince Fernandez. 1 away in the 6th. The Patriots up 7. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball strike. Otto sits at just 71 pitches. Had an 8-pitch 5th frame to really keep things in check. That was his lowest pitch count of an inning tonight. 0-1. Another breaking ball. This one dips just low. Otto's season and career high in strikeouts was 14 a couple weeks ago against the Hartford Yardgoats. 1-1. Belted high in the air and deep to right center. Gilliam is toward the wall, out where it notches out a bit. He tracks it down and make the catch. That ball was hit high from Fernandez, but plenty of time for Gilliam to make his way over.
Yeah, Brandon, the home run from Fernandez earlier today was a towering home run that hit about halfway up the facade of the scoreboard over in right field. This one off the bat was higher. I mean, that ball was just crushed, but it just didn't have enough length to enough distance, and it was hit towards one of the deeper parts of the ballpark over in right center.
With 2 away, here's Sandro Fabian, the first pitch. Breaking ball strike on the outside corner. Yeah, that in the right center and left center field alleys, the wall jets out with a little notch to meet the center field wall that runs flat. 0-1. Misses it. The 1-1 home. Fabian takes a fastball strike. It's 1-2. Doesn't seem like there's really much action in the Patriots' pen. Glen Otto has really bounced back after allowing 2 or more in 3 straight appearances. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, an ugly hack and a breaking ball that missed away. Bounces away from Sands, but he collects and throws on to first in time. And for the first time tonight, Glen Otto sets down the Flying Squirrels in order. Down to the top of the 6th, the Patriots still ahead 8-1 on MILB TV and 1450 WCTC. Back at the ballpark to start the bottom of the 6th frame. Let's take a look at some of the other Yankees affiliates, and we'll start with the Big League Ball Club. They're trailing the Blue Jays of Toronto 5-2 up in Buffalo. That game's in the top of the 6th. Hudson Valley trailing a Jersey Shore 4-0 in the bottom of the 6th. Tampa Tarpons are up 7-1 over the Bradenton Marauders, and the Syracuse Mets a 6-1 lead over the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders. That game in the top of the 5th. Christian Perez gets it started. First pitch. That's a called strike on the inner third. Still facing Matt Seelinger. For Seelinger, he's pitched just a third of an inning, allowed a run on 3 hits. 0-1. Perez chops it into the dugout left side, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. So the Patriots and the Tampa Tarpons, just 2 of 5 with the Yankees organization that are in the lead tonight. 0-2. Swing and a miss out in front of a breaking ball. Bounces in front of Angulo. Will step in front of the plate and throw over to first for the first out of the 6th.
Number 59, Luke Voigt.
So that brings up Luke Voigt. You can hear the crowd. They're excited to see him. He's 0 for 3, though, looking for his first hit in the Patriots pinstripes. Somerset, though, ahead 8-1.
Well, the last 2 times up, he's hit the ball well. Flew out to the warning track down the right field line, back in the 3rd, and then in the 6th, a hard hit line drive to the shortstop Whiteman.
Long look in for Seelinger. Definitely don't want to leave anything out over the plate for Voigt. First pitch. In the dirt, 1-0 for Luke Voigt. Led the league in homers last season. And with the big signing of Garrett Cole, he switched his number from 45 to 59. That to honor his brother, who played football over at West Point and wore the number. 1-0. Falls low, 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the 2-0. Breaking ball, a called strike. It's 2-1. A lot of times in the bigs when you see a pretty big signing with a big name player, if someone else has that number, they'll pay a little fee to get it. The 2-1 is hit off the end of the bat, looping into right center field and dropping quickly. That's down for a base hit. A bloop single for Luke Voigt with 1 away in the 6th. In a 7-run ball game, might be the biggest cheer we've gotten of the night.
Well, Fabian in right field was playing almost near the warning track, respecting the power of Voigt. So that one a little off the end of the bat. Voigt didn't get all of it, but with the right fielder so far back, plenty of space to drop that one in for a base hit in shallow right field.
So now it's Oswald Peraza. The Patriots ahead 7, 1 away in the 6th. Big Luke Voigt over at first base, and the first pitch is fouled left side. Well, it's been a career day for Oswald Peraza. 3 for 3, and he scored 3 runs as well. A triple and a pair of singles for the 21-year-old. Now the 0-1. In tight, a ball and a strike. The 1-1 home. Spiked it in the dirt, but Angulo keeps it in front. 2 balls and a strike. Got a chance to talk to Oswald Peraza on Friday afternoon, and he really made it pretty clear. His goal was to start out in Hudson Valley and within a month get the call up, and that's just about exactly what he did. Lit things up with the Renegades. He spent his spring training with the big league Yankees, and spent that time to really pick the brains of some big leaguers. The 2-1 is hard hit over towards third. VR to his left, fields and flips to second for 1. Turn throw to first is in time for the twin killing, and the Patriots are down in the 6th. No runs on a Luke Voigt hit, no errors, and because of the double play, nobody left on base. We're through 6, and the Patriots hold an 8-1 lead on MILB TV and 1450 WCTC. NJIT is the #1 university in the nation for student upward economic mobility and is top 2% for alumni salaries. Visit njit.edu to learn more. With Provident Bank Mobile Banking, you can bank wherever and whenever you want. Deposit checks on the couch, pay bills from the train, transfer money on the go. No trip to the branch necessary. Learn more at provident.bank. It's an 8-1 score on to the 7th at TD Bank Ballpark. Still Glen Otto, the righty, is on the bump for Somerset. It's allowed just a run on a Vince Fernandez homer to start the 2nd frame. And he'll face 7, 8, 9 in the top of the 7th. Otto works from the stretch and the first pitch. Tapped foul over the screen behind the plate.
Otto's done a nice job of keeping his pitch count efficient. He walked a couple of batters in the 4th inning. That was an 18-pitch inning. But since that point, 8 pitches in the 5th, 10 pitches in the 6th to keep him right in line on this one.
He's at 78 entering this 7th frame. And the 0-1 is a hard hit liner, but tails foul on the right side. Otto's gotten up to 92 pitches twice so far this season. He's gone 6 2/3, his longest outing of the year.
Well, from the beginning of the season, he was stretched out more than anybody else in this rotation. 3 times he has eclipsed the 90 pitch count.
He's ahead, no balls and 2 strikes on Shane Matheny. The pitch swung on and missed. It was that breaking ball, sharp bite down in the zone, and now 12 strikeouts for Glen Otto.
Oh, he's got a chance. Set that new career high. I mean, for him, the fastball was located early, and the breaking ball has been garnering swings and misses here late. He's just been on his game from first pitch.
Now it's the 8-man David VR. The first pitch is a breaking ball strike. He's gotten ahead with the breaking ball pretty frequently tonight.
I mean, when you can throw that breaking ball for a first pitch strike and then have the fastball to work off of it and locate it where you want it to be, it's a dangerous combination.
Now the 0-1 home. Changeup misses out. VR 0 for 2, a strikeout and a flyout so far tonight. Otto set to the belt. The righty kicks and fires. Fastball just misses low. Now 2 balls and a strike on the right-handed hitter. Two 2-1 home. Spotted on the outer third, a called strike.
I mean, that's a great looking pitch. It's a fastball knee high outside corner. There's not much that VR can do with that. And when Otto's consistently hitting that spot with that pitch, and he could do it on the outside part of the plate or the inside, it makes it so difficult to square him up.
Spring Texas native sets in the 2-2. He swings and misses. VR out swinging through the breaking ball. 13 strikeouts for Glen Otto.
Hard slider there and just broke away from the righty. VR was leaning towards the left-handed batter's box, and after Otto spotted that fastball for the second strike of that pitch, I mean, he had set up that slider well, and it just dove away. It wasn't a strike, but VR swung over it.
Here's Andy Suhilio with 2 away in the bottom of the 7th. He swings and misses through the first pitch.
Well, Suhilio in his last at bat got a fastball low in the zone that he hit the other way. So what does Otto do? Starts him off speed, gets him out in front.
Now the 0-1 from the righty. Tapped foul at the plate, caught a piece of Sands, who gets up hobbled.
I mean, that might have got possibly the hand or inner thigh, but he's smiling. Always looks like Donnie's smiling back there.
He's taken some beatings over the course of this season. Some games, the ball, it's almost like he has a magnet behind the plate. Otto ahead, no balls and 2 strikes on the 9-man Suhelio. 2 away, top of the 7th frame, the pitch. It's a slow grounder up the first base side, just foul.
Some good athleticism there from Luke Voigt. Right, he had to range over to his left. I mean, the ball was foul, but he still got there and gloved it cleanly. And it's those kind of little movements in a rehab assignment that make you feel pretty good about where he's at in his progression, working his way back up to the Bronx.
Otto looking to match a career-high 14 strikeouts. He's got 13 now. Suhelio in an 0-2 hole, 2 away in the 7th, the pitch. Swings and misses. He chased the high heater. 14 Ks for Glen Otto. A career-high 7 innings. He's allowed just a run on 3 hits, a career day. And the Patriots take an 8-1 lead to the home half of the 7th on MILB TV and 1450 WCTC. Hey, Patriots fans, if you've put off any medical care due to COVID-19, please don't delay it any longer. RWJ Barnabas Health, the official healthcare provider of the Somerset Patriots, has taken every precaution and continues to provide healthcare services in adherence to all public health guidance and regulatory policies. Learn more at rwjbh.org/welcome back. RWJ Barnabas Health, let's be healthy together. New pitcher on for the Richmond Flying Squirrels. They call on newly promoted R.J. Dabovich.
Yeah, this is the first appearance for Dabovich. And second pitcher that Richmond has used today, making their Flying Squirrels debut.
So he will face 3, 4, and 5. Oswaldo Cabrera gets it started. He first pitch swings and misses through a high fastball.
Dabovich, a 18th round draft pick by the Royals initially back in 2018. He was ranked as the number 26 prospect in the Giants organization entering this 2021 season.
0-1. Swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes.
Has a fastball between 93 and 96 that can touch 98. A 4-pitch arsenal, also with an upper 70s curve. Also can change his arm angle a couple of times. That really helps that curveball play.
At the 0-2, swing and a miss. So a fastball followed by a pair of breaking balls that sats down Oswaldo Cabrera quickly to start the 7th.
Well, closes the book on Seelinger. He went an inning and a third, allowed a run on 4 hits.
It's Diego Castillo up next. 2 for 3. He's got 4 RBI in the night, and the first pitch. This is low. For Castillo was his career high 6th home run of the season back in the 3rd frame. And then a 2-run single. Castillo was thrown out at second, trying to stretch it into a double. 1-0. This is up. It's a ball and a strike. Rather, a called strike, a ball and a strike. Now the 1-1. Change up strike, a ball and 2 strikes on Castillo now. Patriots ahead 8-1, bottom of the 7th, and the 1-2. Is a check swing, fair ball up the third base side and into the corner. Castillo around first. He's over towards second base and cruises in with a 1-out double. Castillo now 3 for 4 and a triple away from the cycle.
Well, that time no play at second base. Last time up was thrown out trying to stretch a single into a double. This time just kept that ball fair. It hugged the third base bag, rolled all the way into the left field corner. And another extra base hit for Somerset. Their 15th overall hit of the game. That is their 5th double by my quick count.
Now it's Donnie Sands up. Sands has had a nice day as well at the plate. 2 for 3 with a solo homer. The first pitch is a breaking ball that misses out. Castillo the lead off of second. One away in the seventh. The Patriots are ahead by 8 in the first game of 6 against Richmond. Dabovich delivers. Fastball clips the outside corner to even things up at 1-1.
Well, the 5 doubles today, Brandon, are the most doubles that the Patriots have hit in a game this season. And
now the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Sands a little tardy on a fastball.
check that 4 doubles. Peraza with the triple back in the first inning. I can't read my own chicken scratch sometimes.
I think we've all been there. Regardless, big production tonight for Somerset. 8 runs on 15 hits. Now the 1-2. Sands tags this one high in the air and deep to left. Fernandez is back looking up, and that ball is gone. Another 2-homer game for Donnie Sands, the second of the season. It's a 10-1 lead in the 7th.
No doubter, off the bat. Sands knew it. He watched that one go. The fans in attendance knew it. And just breaking out, Sands jumping all over that hanger and sending it over the left field fence.
So now a 10-1 lead for Somerset. Certainly making up for a down offensive week against Erie. The first pitch to Michael Beltre clips the outside corner, a called strike.
This has been one of the most complete performances from Somerset this season.
Now the 0-1 to Beltre. Breaking ball just misses in. For Glen Otto, he goes 7 innings, allowing just a run on 3 hits, 2 walks, and matches a career high with 14 strikeouts. And the bats have gone off as well. 10 runs on 16 hits. Now the 1-1. Breaking ball misses low. Patriots are just 1 hit shy of their season high in a game of 17. They did that against the Hartford Yard Goats a couple weeks ago. 2-1. Skied left side, tailing towards the seats. It'll reach them on the lower concourse. Coming into the season, Donnie Sands did not have any multi-homer games. He said he didn't even think he'd done that going back to Little League. But now in a span of about 2 weeks, he's done it twice. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Beltre. The pitch is a slow roller up the third base side and foul.
Well, Brandon, a lot of the fans in attendance came today to see Luke Voigt hit. I don't know if they anticipated seeing this Patriots offense completely erupt while Otto striking out 14.
Now the 2-2. A check swing on a ball in the dirt, and he went around on the swing. That call made by the home plate umpire, Emil Jimenez, for the second out in this inning. And for Somerset, as you said, one of the most complete performances of the season. I mean, the only other games that I can think of would come back against the Hartford Yard Goats a couple weeks ago.
Oh, you could look back, honestly, at the last time that Glen Otto struck 14 out against the Hartford Yard Goats.
Isaiah Gilliam bats from the left side. First pitch misses away.
Ironically, in that ball game, Brandon, Otto struck out 14 over 5 1/3. The Patriots had 11 runs on a season-high 17 hits. Tonight they have 10 runs on 16 hits, 1 hit shy of a season high.
Now the 1-0. Misses in, 2 balls and no strikes. I mean, keep in mind, too, the Patriots still have to hit in the 8th. I think we can probably rule out the 9th at this point. It's not a foregone conclusion, but just an inkling with a 10-1 lead. 2-0. Swing and a miss. Gilliam chased a high fastball.
Did you see there was a game, I want to say it was last night in AAA, between the Reno Aces and the Las Vegas Aviators that was just nuts.
Did not. 2-1. Breaking ball clips the inside corner.
It was
called strike. It's 2-2.
It was a 21-16 Reno win. Las Vegas had an 11-run third inning, and they lost the game.
They were up 12-6 in that third. Wow. 2-2. Fouled back and right.
It was a 9-inning ball game. It only took 4 hours and 14 minutes to conclude, but 37 combined runs, 37 combined hits in that one.
Remember that Tampa series against, I think it was the Dunedin Jays to start out the season? 2-2. Misses up.
Like that 25-10 win?
Yes. And that game was what, 4 hours and 37 minutes?
Something like that.
Two away in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Patriots a 10-1 lead. And a 3-2 count on Isaiah Gilliam. The righty Dabovich sets now the pitch. Is skied. Foul ground behind the plate. Angulo sheds the mask. Now drifting up the first baseline. That ball drops. Right on the RWJ Barnabas Health logo, halfway up the line. Angulo had it off the mask, and then it drifted up the line, and the first baseman, Frankie Tostado, didn't make a move for it. He was standing there, didn't call off his catcher. They both just watched that ball drop in.
Well, it's the second time we've seen a big miscommunication from Richmond defensively. We saw it from the Patriots in the first inning as well, but this time it gives second life to Gilliam.
And that is a charged error, which gives me bingo. Now the 3-2. Swing and a miss, he got him. So the error does not come back to hurt the Flying Squirrels. Dabovich strikes out the side. He also gave up a mammoth 2-run homer to Donnie Sands, and through 7, it's a 10-1 lead for Somerset over Richmond on MILB TV and 1450 WCTC. 10-1 the score. Glen Otto is finished, but he throws a terrific 7 innings tonight in Somerset. Just a run on 3 hits, 2 walks, and he matches a career-high 14 strikeouts. As the Patriots turn to J.P. Sears. Let's hand it off to Mark Schwartz to take us home here in the 8th.
Thank you, Brandon. J.P. Sears now on the mound. We talked a little bit earlier today about how the Patriots had used Sears as a part of a 6-man rotation. Now he's back in the bullpen. How long this lasts, the Patriots have had a lot of moves, we will see. But Sears has been very strong this season. A 3-0 record, a 2.31 earned run average. He is the lone left-handed pitcher in this Patriots bullpen, and now he takes the mound for Somerset with the top of the order due up here for Richmond. Elliot Ramos leads off, and the first pitch from Sears misses low, 1-0. Ten runs on 16 hits, 1 error for Somerset, 1 run on 3 hits, 1 error for Richmond. And the fastball from Sears taken for a called strike, 1-1. It'll be Ramos, Whiteman, and Tostado. Top of the order for the Flying Squirrels, due up here in a game that has been all Somerset. As Ramos fouls one off to the backstop. 1 ball and 1 strike. We do have a defensive change. Luke Voigt, who was the starting first baseman for the Patriots, he has been taken out of this ball game. Over at first base, defensively for Somerset, is now Max Burt. So Burt will take Voigt's spot batting leadoff. We did have an inkling that this was going to happen. One-two to Ramos. Check swing, didn't go around. 2 balls and 2 strikes. We had heard that there was a good chance that Luke Voigt would only wind up playing 7 innings for the Patriots this evening. Whether that continues the rest of this week, we will see. There's a good chance it could happen again tomorrow. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Ramos set down on the fastball. That is now 5 consecutive outs recorded by Patriots pitchers by way of the strikeout. And there's one away.
Number 1, Simon Whiteman.
So 1 out, nobody on. We're in the top of the 8th inning. Simon Whiteman 0 for 3 at the plate here, the starting shortstop for the Flying Squirrels in his first game with Richmond. Sears from the windup, or rather from the stretch, and the first pitch misses inside. We'd like to welcome back all of our listeners on the Voice of Central Jersey, 1450 WCTC. We apologize for the brief cutout in the action. There's been just 1 out recorded here in the top of the 8th. Glen Otto is done after his 7 striking innings on the mound. Fastball here from Sears, a called strike, 1-1. So it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count with 1 out in the top of the 8th. Go through Otto's final line in a moment. One of his best performances this season. From the stretch, the 1-1 from Sears. Swing and a miss. Now a ball and 2 strikes. Otto finishes 7 innings, allowed just 1 run on 3 hits, 2 walks, and tied a career high with 14 strikeouts. 90 strikeouts for Otto. Over 64 innings of work. And now J.P. Sears, the lefty, on the mound. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fought off. Foul down the right field line, out of play. Somerset has struck out 15 batters collectively after J.P. Sears struck out Elliot Ramos to begin the 8th. The most strikeouts the Patriots have had as a team this season. We have to go back to May 15th. They struck out 18 New Hampshire Fisher Cat batters. They have 15 strikeouts so far tonight, the 1-2. Swing and a miss, make that 16. Breaking ball in the dirt. Whiteman swings right over it, and there's 2 away.
Number 10, Frankie Tostado.
So 2 out now. That'll bring up Frankie Tostado. Only 3 hits in this ball game for Richmond. Their first hit was a Vince Fernandez home run back in the 2nd inning. And then Andy Suhilio, an infield tapper. That was a base hit in the 3rd, and then a double off the fence in the 5th. That's been it for Richmond offensively in this one. Sears comes set from the stretch, and the first pitch to Tostado. Called a strike at the knees, 0-1. So for J.P. Sears, this is now his 8th appearance of the season. His 6th as a reliever. And even when he has come in as a reliever, it's still primarily been a long reliever. Aside from 1 appearance, the 0-1. Tostado swings and taps one softly back to the mound. It's gloved by Sears, and an easy throw on to first. And that retires the side in the 8th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Now 12 in a row retired by Patriots pitchers. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Somerset ahead 10-1 on MILB TV and 1450 WCTC. Looking for a free checking account that's actually free? Look no further than Somerset Savings. Open an account with just $50. Bank from anywhere, anytime, for free. Somerset Savings Bank, member FDIC. We would like to thank our Patriots bullpen sponsor, True & Associates, a world company who's headquartered in nearby Westfield. As a full-service insurance specialist, the True team knows how difficult these recent months have been. They are ready to assist you with the protection needs you may have. Play ball. New pitcher on the mound for the Richmond Flying Squirrels. It is Rafi Vizcaino.
And Vizcaino joins the team. He allowed 3 runs over 2 1/3 innings in his very last appearance.
Matt Pita attacks the first pitch from Vizcaino and pops it up, foul ground, first base side over the protective netting. No balls and a strike.
To this point, all 3 Flying Squirrels pitchers have given up a long ball. The Patriots really making up for their tough offensive week last time against the Erie Seawolves.
Breaking ball here to Pita, misses outside 1-1. Earlier today, Matt Pita in his first plate appearance since June 3rd, hit a double that split the gap in left center field. It scored a run at the time, put Somerset back ahead 2-1. That right now is the winning run as Pita shoots this one out to left field on a 1-1 offering from Vizcaíno. Hangs in the air, Fernandez makes the catch to his left, and there's one away. So Somerset, 10 runs on 16 hits. They are 1 hit shy of tying a season high. But there have been some other season highs that have been tied today. Glen Otto has struck out 14. That tied a season high for a Somerset starting pitcher. Also tied a career high for Otto. Patriots had 6 hits in the 5th inning. That tied a season high. First pitch here to Christian Perez misses low. 1 ball and no strikes. Donnie Sands with a 2 home run performance. That tied a season high. The 1-0. Perez swings and hits this one well out to right field, chasing Fabian towards the warning track, but he's got space. He makes the catch, and there's 2 away.
It was probably the first time that Sandro Fabian looked comfortable catching a fly ball in right tonight.
He's struggled a couple of times over there on the Oswald Peraza triple back in the 1st inning. There was a double that was hit out to right field back in the 5th inning from Oswaldo Cabrera that he struggled with as well. And now 2 out here, bottom of the 8th. Somerset leading 10-1, and now Max Burt will get his first plate appearance of the evening. Came in as a defensive replacement for Luke Voigt, tacks the first pitch and lifts it foul over the backstop 0-1. So Luke Voigt in his first game as a Patriot went 1 for 4 from the plate, as the 0-1 from Vizcaíno misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Voigt struck out in his first plate appearance. His 4th time up, looped the base hit out to right field, the 0-1. Misses up and in now. Rather, that should be 2 balls and 1 strike. Two-1 to Burt, big swing and a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Some fans clamoring in front of the broadcast booth. 2 out, nobody on. Burt at the plate here. Has been getting a lot of starts at first base last week in Erie with Dermis Garcia missing 3 games. 2-2, skied in the air out towards shallow left center. Shortstop Whiteman backpedals. He's called off by Fernandez in left field. He makes the catch, and that retires the side in the home half of the 8th. So 1-2-3 inning from Rafi Vizcaíno. We move to the 9th. Somerset leading 10-1. On MILB.TV and 1450 WCTC. TD Bank is changing the game with curbside debit card replacement. Just order a new debit card through the TD Bank app and visit your nearby location to score your new card. Now that's the MVP treatment. TD Bank, proud sponsor of the Somerset Patriots. Member FDIC, TD Bank NA. Curbside pickup available only for personal debit card replacements. We've got another new pitcher on the mound for Somerset. The team's leading 10-1. We're in the top of the 9th inning, and one of the newest additions for this squad, it's the righty Nick Green.
Yeah, he makes his Patriots debut after starting 7 games for the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders. 0-1 with a 6.46 ERA.
Green was primarily, almost exclusively, a starting pitcher for the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders this season, but he comes in relief for the Patriots here today. And, you know, it's another conversation on how Somerset's going to manage all of these new players on the roster. You know, we've already talked about the 3 starting pitchers coming up from Hudson Valley, but there's 3 other pitchers that joined the squad as well. First pitch to Andres Angulo, broken bat flare out towards short, charging in to make the catch is Oswald Peraza. 1 pitch and 1 away. But, you know, in addition to Luis Medina, Hayden Wesneski, and Ken Waldachuk, as Peraza made a nice play, but right now, Patriots athletic trainer Jimmy Downham is looking at home plate umpire Emil Jimenez. There was a broken bat from Andres Angulo, and I'm not quite sure exactly what happened there, but the bat shattered into a number of pieces, and hoping that Angulo's all right. Oh. So the handle, the barrel of the bat from Angulo, after it broke, went right off against the helmet of home plate umpire Emil Jimenez. And he's going to get a nice round of applause here from Patriots fans. He's holding his head, his left arm stretched across his forehead.
Yeah, and one of the umpires here is going to go and get changed. I believe that Steven Jaczynski, the first base umpire, is probably going to go throw on that home plate gear.
I want to make sure that everything's all right for home plate umpire Emil Jimenez. The bat shattered, and all that was left in Angulo's hand was not only the entire handle, just the part where his hands were located. The rest of the bat splintered off and immediately hit the home plate umpire in the head. Now, he does have the face guard and the helmet on, but still, that's a big barreled bat. And Jimenez is going to be helped off the field here by Patriots athletic trainer Jimmy Downham. So with the pause in the action here, we're going to have to take a break because first base umpire Steven Jaczynski has gone back to the locker room to throw on protective padding to assume the position as the home plate umpire. So we'll step aside for this break in the action. When we come back, we'll continue in the top of the ninth inning next on MILB TV and 1450 WCTC. As we welcome you back here to TD Bank Ballpark, we still await one of the umpires. We believe it was Steven Jaczynski who ran into the umpire locker room that is located in the newly renovated offices here at TD Bank Ballpark. You just go up the first base tunnel, and then right when you get inside the tunnel, there are brand new lockers as a part of the new renovations here at TD Bank Ballpark, where there's an umpire locker room, there's a new groundskeeper offices, there's a female locker room, there's a new video room over there, there's a new traveling roving instructor room as well. All part of Somerset's new renovations to get TD Bank Ballpark up to code with their new affiliation at the AA level with the New York Yankees. So as we await the umpire coming back out to the field, we'll have a two-man umpiring crew once we resume with one out in the top of the ninth inning. Let's take a look back at what has happened so far in this contest. The Patriots are leading 10-1. Somerset got the scoring started with a Oswaldo Cabrera RBI ground out in the first inning. The Flying Squirrels responded in the top of the second with their only run of the game, a Vince Fernandez solo home run that went out to right field, hit off the scoreboard or the facade of the scoreboard. And after that point, it was all Somerset Patriots. 2 runs in the second, 2 runs in the third, 3 runs in the fifth, 2 more in the seventh. The Patriots have hit 3 home runs today. Diego Castillo had a 2-run shot in the third. Donnie Sands has 2 home runs, a solo shot in the fifth, a 2-run home run in the seventh. Just a big offensive performance from Somerset here today. Oswald Peraza celebrating his 21st birthday. He's had himself a strong game. He's gone 3 for 4 with 3 runs scored. Diego Castillo has 4 RBI in this ball game, and not to be outdone, Luke Voigt, who's making a rehab assignment for the Somerset Patriots today, the second rehab assignment for Somerset this season, Zach Britton being the first. Luke Voigt hit leadoff for the Patriots today. He got the start at first base, went 1 for 4, had a base hit in his last at-bat in the sixth. He has since been taken out of this ball game. So a lot has happened so far. We do want to remind you guys that once this ball game concludes, we will have the Flemington Department Store post-game show. That one coming up next here for both our radio listeners on 1450 WCTC as well as our TV viewers on MILB.TV. So you're going to want to stay tuned for that as we recap this one with all of the video highlights and the audio highlights from this ball game. Let's also take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Somerset Patriots. This, of course, the first of a 6-game series between Somerset and Richmond. We've got a very exciting week planned here at TD Bank Ballpark. All 6 games will be broadcast, of course, on MILB TV as well as 1450 WCTC. Beautiful weather is scheduled for the entire weekend. And then once we get to the weekend, you have the fireworks show on Friday night, a fireworks show on Saturday, and the first 2,000 fans in attendance will receive T-shirts presented by Bill Leary AC and Heating. That on Saturday. So you have the back-to-back fireworks shows, and then, of course, Sunday is Father's Day. We will have our Father's Day game. So always very exciting. And then the Patriots hit the road after this 6-game set for a 6-game series against the Portland Sea Dogs, currently in second place in the AA Northeast League. So we'll check out some of the out-of-town scores.
Expected is waiting around for your bank to send you a debit card.
Leading this one, our eye always on what's going on in Portland as of right now. But there are a couple of other big games underway today. A shootout between the Reading Fightin' Phils and the Harrisburg Senators. 9-8 Reading leading that one in the bottom of the 10th inning. The Portland Sea Dogs currently in the driver's seat in their contest over in upstate New York, taking on the Binghamton Rumble Ponies. A 7-4 lead for Portland going into the top of the 9th inning in that one. The Akron Rubber Ducks, they spoil the home debut of top pitching prospect Grayson Rodriguez for the Bowie Bay Sox. A 3-2 win. Akron taking down Bowie. And then in the bottom of the 9th inning, the Erie Seawolves with that stacked lineup with Spencer Torkelson, Dylan Dingler, and Riley Green, 3 top prospects in the Tigers organization. Torkelson playing in his first game as an Erie Seawolf. Erie currently trailing in that ball game 3-2. The Seawolves have been limited to just 2 hits in that contest, so a bit of a surprising scoring line there in Altoona, in Erie, taking on the curve. And it looks like the New Hampshire Fisher Cats and Hartford Yard Goats were not able to get underway here today. So it looks like we have the new home plate umpire, Steven Jaczynski. He is shifted back behind home. We are 2 outs away from concluding this ball game. There's 1 out, nobody on in the top of the 9th inning. Somerset still leading 10-1. And we do have a correction to make. We originally said it was Nick Green that was on the mound because we were given Nick Green's number as being number 7, but it turns out it is actually Addison Russ who was on the mound for the Patriots, not Nick Green, so we'll wear that one. But Addison Russ makes his Patriots debut here. Vince Fernandez steps in, and we are back underway as the first pitch to Fernandez misses inside. 1 ball and no strikes.
We were initially given that would be Green wearing the number 7, and something just didn't look right. Did a little more investigating.
Oh, that's why we brought you here, Brandon. Russ misses low and away. 2 balls and no strikes.
Hey, at least I'm good for something.
So Addison Russ, who was a part of one of 15 transactions that included Somerset earlier today, the 2-0, misses low. 3 balls and no strikes. He has to now throw after, I would say, at least about a 10-minute break as we had an umpiring change after Emil Jimenez was taken out of this ball game, being hit by the barrel of a splintered, broken bat. So Russ behind in the count, 3-0. Here's the pitch to Fernandez. And that misses up and away, ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk after the extended break as Russ looks to shake off some of the rust after that breather. Now a runner over at first, and that'll bring up Sandro Fabian. So now runner at first, 1 away. We're in the top of the 9th inning. Somerset leading this ball game 10-1. First pitch, fastball, called a strike, 0-1. So for Russ, he makes his Somerset Patriots debut. He began the season in AAA with the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders. From the stretch, the 0-1. Breaking ball misses low and away to Fabian. 1 ball and 1 strike. Russ appeared in 8 games with Scranton, had an 8.74 ERA. 1-1. Blooper out towards second over the leaping glove of Diego Castillo into center field. A base hit for Sandro Fabian. And there's runners now at first and second with 1 away. For Russ, he was originally acquired by the New York Yankees in a trade with the Philadelphia Phillies back in 2020 in August for right-handed pitcher David Hale. Enjoyed a very strong season at the AA level in 2019 with the Reading Fightin' Phils. So first pitch now to Shane Matheny, a left-handed batter, in for a called strike, 0-1. So Russ, no stranger to this league, no stranger to the Richmond Flying Squirrels, but this is his first appearance with the Patriots. First appearance at TD Bank Ballpark. Righty from the stretch in the 0-1, swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes. In 2019, led the Eastern League, the now defunct Eastern League, in appearances with 55. Was tied for 3rd in the league in saves with 22. He's also a midseason all-star, the 0-2. Drops in, called 3rd strike, and there's 2 away. Well, that's strikeout number 17 for Patriots pitchers today. 1 more will tie a season high. Had 18 strikeouts against the New Hampshire Fisher Cats, all the way back on the Patriots' first road trip of the season. All the way back on May 15th. 10-1, Somerset leading with 2 out, 2 on in the top of the 9th. Here's David VR, first pitch. Breaking ball, finds the strike zone, 0-1. Ten runs on 16 hits for the Patriots, 1 run on 4 hits for Richmond. Now the 0-1. Swung on and tipped into the glove of Donnie Sands, and now Richmond down to their final strike. Glen Otto struck out 14 over 7, allowed 1 run. J.P. Sears struck out 2 over 1 inning, and now it's Addison Russ looking to finish off in the 9th. 2 on, 2 out, and now the 0-2. Fastball just misses. A little outside, and the Patriots fans remaining in attendance wanted that call. Somerset looking to make it 2 in a row after they had a tough series in Erie. They finished off on Sunday with a combined 4-hit shutout. 4 different Patriot pitchers combined to limit Erie to just 4 hits and a 2-0 win. They've limited Richmond to 4 hits tonight, the 1-2. Check swing. Breaking ball missed low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Somerset's arms have been amongst the best in all of minor league baseball this year. A lot of the questions surrounding this team have been with the bats. Those questions have been answered at least tonight. 10 runs on 16 hits. The 2-2. Fastball dives low and away. Now 3 balls and 2 strikes. With runners at first and second and 2 down, top of the 9th. Patriots a strike away from taking the first ever meeting for the club against the Richmond Flying Squirrels. A 2-strike clap picks up for the fans in attendance as Russ briefly steps off the rubber. So that 2-strike clap will resume. It's Fernandez off of second and Fabian off of first. Russ comes set, and the 3-2. Swung on and grounded foul into the Richmond dugout down the third base line. Hang with us for the Flemington Department Store post-game show after the conclusion of this one. We'll have all the highlights. Be sure to come out to the ballpark later this week with a lot going on. Expecting another Luke Voigt rehab start tomorrow back here at TD Bank Ballpark with some more beautiful, perfect weather. Here's a 3-2. Swung on and hit in the air out towards right. This should do it. Isaiah Gilliam underneath it. He makes the catch, and that's the ball game. Somerset with one of their most convincing home wins of the season. A 10-1 final over the Richmond Flying Squirrels. 16 hits for the Patriots tonight, 1 shy of a season high. And, of course, a very impressive pitching performance from Glen Otto as well. But as we look at tonight's T-Mobile play of the game, we go back to the bottom of the 3rd inning. At the time, Somerset was leading 3-1, and that's when Diego Castillo sent a 2-run home run over the left field fence. It was his 6th home run of the season. It started off a night where Castillo went 3 for 4 with 4 runs batted in, and it really opened up the floodgates for this one. So Diego Castillo's 2-run shot back in the 3rd inning. That is your T-Mobile play of the game. We'll step aside here when we return. The Flemington Department Store post-game show coming up next on MILB.TV and 1450 WCTC.